Hello everyone. In this lesson, we are going to see first how to use Format Painter, right? So let me go ahead and show you. If let's say you have chosen a cell, and let's say the cell says India, okay, and you have already formatted it. Let's say the cell color in green and the font color to be in white. You made it bold and you made the font be a different font, say Arial, and you have center line, middle line, this. Now, what happens is you have another cell which says China, then other Asian country, right? Let's say Bangladesh. And now you also have to paint the same color to them. Instead of trying to do the same steps again, there's a small way and a quick way to actually copy the formatting that you have done here on this cell to any other cell, right? So that is what we do with the format painter, right? So you can see here in based upon the Excel version, right? So you can copy formatting from one location to apply it to another, right? So I'm just clicking here and then I'm going to select on format painter. And when you do that, then this ants border will come and you will know that this is ready for copying. Now you have to select it on the other cell where you want the format to be painted. Okay. Now I can come here, click on the format painter. The ants have come and now you can click on Bangladesh. Right. So now you can see this is how you can format and copy the formatting of a cell to other. But let's say you need to actually uh, do the formatting for more cells at once, like as a range of cells, right? So let's say there's like 1, 2, 3, then you have A, B, C, and you want to format this. It's still easy. You select from where you want to pick the formatting and then select all of them, right? So remember, even if there's an empty cell, you'll still be able to format it. Let's say if I'm going to select the formatting here and select an empty area, it'll still format it. So if you write anything, it will be in the format that you have written, right? Now, let's say this is when the range is there, like you have a range of things where you want to paint. Let's say now there was this D here, and then there was K here, and then there was M here, and you want all of them to be formatted. So how do you do that? And so this is something very few people know. And how do you do that is you go to Format Painter and double click it, right? So then you'll see that this here is active only, right? So if you click now, I'm unclicked it. If I click once until I click somewhere else, it is gone. But then if I double click it here, I can copy, I can just say copy it from here. And then you can see as long as I want, I can actually use this to format the cells that you want to do. And whenever you're done, you can click on escape button and you will be able to escape this. Okay, so this is about format painter. It's very useful, especially even when you have borders and everything that you have created also, right? So this will also be able to copy formatting. If you have done a table somewhere with the beautiful border and everything, you can copy that and put it somewhere else also, right? So next, we want to look at inserting and deleting rows. Now, let's say you've created all of these things. If I select here, click on Bangladesh and click on delete, it will only delete the data within the cell, but not the formatting. Okay. So sometimes you might have to delete a few columns. Okay. So then you can actually click here, right click there, and then click on delete. When you do this, what will happen is that row, that column will be deleted, right? And if you want to delete a range, click here, then drag till where you want, or press the shift if it is in a sequence, or if it is different columns, you can just hold control and select. So control is for if there are gaps between the selection. Shift is like if I shift control and M and O, I'll able to select only two. But if I'm on O and if I click shift and M, everything in between also is getting selected. Now I can right click here and delete it, right? So this is how you delete. Same with the rows also. You can delete from here any row or a range of rows, okay? So this is how you insert and delete rows. But another important thing is when you're in, so this is deleting. So how do you insert? Now, for example, if I want to insert something between F and G, how do you do that? So you actually right click on G and say insert, and you'll see that it'll get inserted, right? So whenever you insert to the left of it, you'll see that the column gets inserted, right? So if you wanted to insert anything between D and E, you'll not be able to insert it on while clicking on D, because to the left it will get inserted. So the right way would be to click on the E earlier, whatever was there, and then insert. So it will come between both of these. Same with the rows also. If at all now you want to add something between 7 and 8, then you have to click on 8 and then insert, because it will be inserted in the top, right? So this is about inserting rows, right? So now we have seen auto formatter, so format painter, we've seen inserting and deleting rows. And the next thing that we would want to see right now. Okay, so the next thing that we want to see right now is autofill options, right? So this is something that is very helpful if you are trying to work with a large data set. Like for example, now this patient data, if you see, is an index as in it has a serial number starting from 1 and it goes till the end, right? And every number here is unique, right? And you don't have two numbers that have same patient number. Okay, now if at all you have to start from 1, I click on control down arrow, 6,725. If you have to manually write 1 2 3 4, it would be very tough. So many might already know that there's a shortcut for that. So how do you do that is I'm just going to say patient number again, then I'm going to write 1. Okay. So if I'm going to write 2 and 3, you have to select this range, right? So now if you see my arrow is white, and if I come here on the selection, it is becoming black. You notice this white, black, selection black, non-select white. When I hover on this, it's black. Now if I come here and double click, it'll go till the end. It'll go till the end without you actually doing anything. Okay. Now let me do control down arrow, and yeah, see, you have come till here. Okay, because you have deleted a few rows in between. That is the reason there's a difference, 6,718. Okay, now if let's say there were more rows like here, let's say there were even more local or any data, local. Okay, and I want to do this again from the top. Okay, so you can do it here also, right? So from here, okay, let's do it here only. I'll undo everything first. I'll delete, come from the top, 1 2 3. Even 1 2 is enough, right? I'm just going to say, so this is called the main cell, and this is called the exam. So what Excel does is it will check how much is increased in the second cell or decreased in the second cell, and it'll keep doing that for whole of the sheet till wherever you want. I click on double click here. Now if I go control down, you see till here it is come. But let's say this local is here, the same will not happen. The reason is it'll only see whatever is there on the left side, right? So now is why I come here, double click, and I come down. I can see this is what has happened. Okay, so let's try deleting all of this and undo everything. Let's do 1 2 and then double click. Okay, so wherever if you have anything, it is going to generate the autofill. So this is called autofill. Now I'm going to do shift command up arrow, then you can see this. Correct. Yeah. Amazing. Right now, what I'm going to do is come to the top again, and I try 1 2, select this bow, then click enter, and then see. Yeah, so till whatever you have numbers, you will see there this numbers will be extended, right? And you can do a lot of other autofills also. Right now, this is uh, like this. But now let's say you have main, but you have example, but you don't have anything else also. I removed everything, 1, and I just want to double click here. So if you don't have an example, it does not know you want to increment or not, or decrease or not. So it will keep the same thing till the bottom, right? So this is important. If you want a sequence, you have to give at least uh, two sequential things, so that it will duplicate the same thing, right? And this is also easy if you are trying to work with months. Okay, so now let's say this is January, and I drag it like this till below. You can see it will come Jan to Jan, and then it will cycle again, right? So Jan to December, and then it will go again, right? Same with weeks, days of the week. Monday, you drag it, then it will come Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, right? Same with dates also. Say 12 September 2025, and I come and I kind of try here dragging it. You can see this is a sequence there. Okay, so this is how you actually are going to use autofill options. These are really very helpful when you're trying to work with large sets of data, right? So we will see more of autofill options as we go forward whenever the need comes, but this is how you work on autofill, right? And let us also check if what happens if it is decreasing. Let's say this 2, 1, and then 0. And if I just try to drag it from here, it will go into the minus. Okay, so this is how this will work, right? And yeah, you can sometimes if you're doing it like this in shorthand also, many times it works like this, right? So if it is sequential, it'll catch that. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone.